met and interviewed with is here as well. Jeffrey Escher is our administrative support, our inside tech and graphic arts guru. And then we have Melissa and Pamela on the online side. We have Mariana and Ashley. So online folks, you will deal with them. At any time, for any question, please feel free to contact MBA office directly, whether you are stateside, regular, traditional student, professional student, or online student. All of our staff are here ready and waiting and able to help. So please don't hesitate at any time during your program. We like to kill lizards before they become dragons. So ask your questions early and often, and we'll do our best. Next, please, Jeffrey. So we've got this thing called COVID going on, and we'd be doing this on campus as we talked about earlier, but unfortunately we are here on a Zoom. Our lives are now Zoom. We love Zoom. Spring semester will begin this Saturday, January the 23rd. All instruction will be offered virtually. Whether you're online or a traditional student, all classes are held virtually via Zoom. Online students are just still take the online format. No in-person or on-campus instruction for spring of 21. So no reason to go to campus. Here is a web link for COVID updates from CSUSB on that website. MBA office staff continues to be available Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. All of us individually or collectively are available. So please call or email. Email is probably the most efficient, but do not hesitate to call if you have any questions. Next, please. Let's get into our departments. Let me have the next one, please. I'll introduce them one by one. Dr. Mike Stahl, my buddy Mike, the interim director of the School of Entrepreneurship is here. I see he's flying the Cal State colors as well as his school. There he is. So Dr. Stahl, please take it away.
Thank you very much, Professor Silvers, who is a member of our School of Entrepreneurship. May I ask for control of the screen for a moment to show a few slides? Whoever is on your team.
It's happening, it's switching as
well.
You are now a co-host, so take it away.
Nice, thank you very much. All right, so School of Entrepreneurship, we are the Jack H. Brown College has academic departments. We now have an academic school within the college. We are the first and only School of Entrepreneurship in the state of California at a post-secondary institution. We are among less than 15 such entities worldwide. So we are an acknowledged leader in the field of entrepreneurship education. We've been doing entrepreneurship education here at Cal State San Marino for 20 years. We were formerly part of the management department, and now we are our own entity as of fall of 2020. So, and we deliver, in fact, our very first academic program at Cal State in entrepreneurship was in the MBA program. I was excited by that. I taught the very first class in the Mba Entrepreneurship concentration way back then, which was kind of cool because I was a graduate of the MBA program at Cal State San Bernardino. So excited to still be a part of the program. So while we're a new school, we're not a new academic program. And in fact, the nice thing about our School of Entrepreneurship and our academic programs in entrepreneurship is over the years, we've gotten national recognition and now global recognition for the excellence in the programs that we have, everything from Princeton Review, Entrepreneur Magazine rankings to a national entrepreneurship education award. And then most recently, we were recognized as a top 35 global business school for entrepreneurship by CSUSB, which is our accreditation body for the Jack H. Brown College. So pretty excited about that. The mantra of our entrepreneurship program is to think like an owner. Entrepreneurship, the way we teach it, is not just about starting up a venture, but it's also about a mindset and applying the concepts, the mindset and the competencies in any context. So entrepreneurship, it can happen anywhere. And it applies to this idea that we want students to learn how to think like an owner in everything they do. And that guides us. That's one of our core values. So not only do we want our students to think like an owner, we want all of our team in entrepreneurship to think like an owner. So it's a unique program in that regard. One of the questions that students will often ask me is why entrepreneurship? They may not have thought about starting a business And like, why would I pursue entrepreneurship if I'm not going to start a business? Well, realistically, if we look at it nowadays, more and more people are starting a business, even if they don't plan to. And oftentimes it happens over your career that you'll eventually end up going off on your own. But if you look at it from a practical perspective, because we are training people not only to create new ventures, but to also go and apply entrepreneurship in lots of different contexts, from the public sector to corporations to the nonprofit sector. But if you look at it from the perspective of what's happening right now, a lot of what we're hearing, and 2 bullet points here from employers, is that they want to see graduates that have entrepreneurial skills and skills that are related to entrepreneurship, the types of things that we teach in our curriculum: problem solving, creativity, high intensity communication skills. And then major global firms, firms like Amazon, American Express, and WPP are on record in recent stories, talking about they really are looking for MBA graduates that are more entrepreneurial. And, you know, that's just the reality, that the nature of our workplace is changing, and that there's a premium on being more innovative, creative problem solvers and doing entrepreneurial things. So you can really apply this mindset and these competencies in any pathway that you choose as a career. So, and whether that you want to be a startup entrepreneur or not, entrepreneurship has some utility. And in fact, you know, I've talked to a number of our graduates, in fact, recently, that were telling me their intrapreneur stories, you know, so it's a really cool to be able to see that happen. So the other cool thing that we do in entrepreneurship at Cal State San Diego is not just about going to class. We have a Center for Entrepreneurship that has equally won the awards. And what the center does is, in addition to coordinating with the academic programs, we deliver a wide variety of programs and activities that take place outside of the classroom that give you opportunities for applied learning, experiential learning. And you know, what's going to be happening, for example, in the spring is our innovation challenge, where we have $20,000 in prize money up for grabs for innovative ideas that are being developed by students, faculty, and staff. So that's just among the many things we do that are a part of an entrepreneurial ecosystem here at Cal State San Bernardino. So School of Entrepreneurship doing a lot of really cool things. I'm super excited about the program always. This is my 19th year at Cal State. And, you know, I've seen the evolution. We are now, you know, just to give you a benchmark, it's not graduate, but we're now, right now, the most popular application for freshmen coming into Cal State San Bernardino for the College of Business and Public Administration. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. You can reach me. My email's on the screen there, mstoll at CSUSB. I'll put it in the chat box. And entra.csusb.edu is our website. You can learn more about all of our programs. At the graduate level, it's the Mba Concentration. And then we also have another master's degree, a Master of Science in Entrepreneurship. So lots to learn about us, and I'm happy to talk to you about it. So I'll turn it back to Professor Silvers, who is a member of the School of Entrepreneurship.
I am. I teach there. I don't know why, but they let me, and I love it. So Dr. Stoll, can you please, sometimes, let me again reinforce that the entrepreneurship courses are amazing, regardless of your concentration. If you're an entrepreneurship concentration, of course, you're going to take them. But sometimes students who are not entrepreneurship concentration want to take an elective course. What would be a good course to consider? And can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the best course, and it's a super popular elective course, like, for example, in the online MBA program, but also in the regular MBA program, is Entrepreneurship 6210. The course is called Entrepreneurship and New Ventures, and that's kind of our introductory course into entrepreneurship and the process and the mindset and the tools and the competencies.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what your concentration, what your focus, what your career path is, entrepreneurship absolutely fits. It's applicable all the way. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for something to take and get involved and invested a little bit, I highly recommend it, not just because I teach there, because it's important. So can I have the next slide, please? Our next department chair is Dr. Stella Kui. Stella, you're here. I saw you. I mispronounced your last name. Don't hit me, but please come on, unmute yourself and have at it. Talk about the Department of Management. There we go. Hi,
Thank
Stella.
you, Arnie. Thank you, Arnie. And by the way, Arnie also teaches for us, for management as well.
I do. I teach for management too. She lets me teach there. That's so amazing. Thank
Very
you.
popular. Yeah.
Victoria used to let me teach marketing, but she doesn't do that anymore.
He's one of our favorite professors. in the college. Thank you, Ernie. So I'm Stella Chu, the interim chair of Department of Management. Mike used to be my boss, by the way. So Mike delivered a very exciting slides. He has this exciting slides. I don't have it. I can sing a song if you want, but hopefully you don't. So management department is a great department. So we have the undergraduate and as well as the graduate program. I don't know like how many of you graduate from your alumni of CSUSB. You have seen some of us in the past when you were taking classes. So first of all, I want to say you made a very good decision of entering into this MBA program. So I always told my students, to be successful in your life, you have a couple of major decisions to make correctly, and that you have a couple of milestones. For me, in my case, MBA is definitely one of them. So it's basically the time, the resistance, the efforts, everything you contribute here is your investment. You definitely are going to be rewarded in the future. And also in terms of if you enroll, thank you, if you enroll into the management concentration is definitely another best choice you made. Management is the heart of MBA program management. I mean, the discipline is to help you becoming the decision maker, no matter what areas you are working in, public or private, government, business, large, small firms, or not firms, maybe your own business as well. So it's definitely you need management skills in terms of like making decision, having a long-term strategic view of what you are working on, and you are going to learn a lot of useful knowledges. And in terms of the group you are working with you, besides the MBA team, we have wonderful team of everybody. I know many of them here, and they are extremely helpful. Besides them, management department, we have a group of wonderful faculty. They are the experts in their own fields. I can name a few of them. You are either you're enrolled into their program, their courses this semester, or maybe in the future. So we have a few areas. They're all management, but we have different areas for like OB, HR, organizational behavior, like a psychology-based area. We have Dr. Jackie Koshapiro. She is one of the only 200 fellows in Academy of Management in the whole world. I mean, she is one of the stars in our department. She's teaching the form organizational motivation. We have Dr. Kathy Pelletier. She is the Golden Apple Award receiver a couple of years ago. She's one of the best professors in our university. We also have Dr. Helena Agdale, and we have Craig Seal, Dr. Craig Seal. Both of them, they are working in the OBHR area. And we have the other direction is the strategy direction. We have Dr. Brina Coates. She's one of the the leaders in the business ethics area in terms of the sustainability of firms. We have Dr. Vipin Gupta. He is a Wharton School alumni, and he has been working for 20 to 30 years in the area of strategy of global business. And we also have Hugo. He is the emerging star in the area of corporate governance and also strategy. And beyond that, we have a group of excellent professors with profound professional background. Many of them, they are having their own consulting firms or their own business, or they have PhD, JD programs. They have their own law firms, and they also they are the managers, directors, or the owners, or the administrators of public or private organizations. So we have a wonderful team. We have two wonderful teams, but we are one team, the MBA office and also the faculty. So please talk to us for whatever you need. Talk to faculty, talk to me as a chair. Somehow students, you don't want to talk to me for some reason, but talk to me, I'm bored, so come to me. So what else we can do? We talk, right? So it's pandemic, nothing else we can do. So just a few tips if you are new to the program, talking to people. So communication is definitely one of the best strategies of pursuing things. And so you think there are only 10 courses or 12 courses or just maybe 1 or 2 years, but you are going to achieve beyond that. You are going to, if you change of the way you're thinking, broaden your networking, help you building the networking, and also open your eyes, new resources, knowing people, and you will achieve a lot in the future. So I think I just
That's it?
that's it. Yeah.
That's all we can do?
Do you want me to sing a song? I can do that.
No, thank you. We're moving right along. Thank you so much, Stella. Next slide, please. Our next chair, Dr. Jay Verzanda, my buddy Jay. He is the chair for cybersecurity and information decision management. I always screw that one up. Dr. Jay, please take it away and bail me out of this.
Thank you. Thank you. Christy, may I ask to take my picture, and I'll go back to the grid because I'm getting tired of looking at my picture right now, you know. So let's go to the grid, and I'll
We need them to memorize your face so that they can come find you when we go back
I
to
appreciate
campus.
that, but they can see me over there. But anyhow, I should say Happy New Year, Happy New Presidents, Happy New Semester, you know, so this is a happy so many things. And welcome to our MBA program. For those of you that are new, for those of you that are continuing to finish your MBA, I wish you a success. But allow me to summarize my speech with 2 points. Number one, let me talk a little bit about our MBA program, as I always do. This is one of the best MBA program in Southern California. If you look at other universities, they have an MBA program that offer you a general program, not giving you the opportunity to have the focus area. But this is the MBA program that gives you the opportunity to have the focus area. And so one of the focus area that you have the opportunity to look into is into the IDS programs. And IDS programs in our in your MBA program offers you 2 focus areas. One is in the cybersecurity that my friend Professor Silver said that I am the chair of cybersecurity. I'm a chair of information decision sciences. So cybersecurity is one of the focus area. But let me also mention that our university is recognized by the Department of Defense as the center of excellence in cybersecurity. So you can see that how well our program is developed, how well it's recognized by the community and by the, not only by the professional community, but also by the government. And so there are ample opportunity in receiving scholarships and internship available. So you might look into the availability of those, let's say that opportunity for yourself. And if you need some inside information, as Stella mentioned, contact us. You know, we are in here for you to provide you assistance and give you more insight into what opportunity exists for you. And I'm sure that Christine and Professor Silvers and DeLorean and others can give you ample information in that regard. The second focus area that our Information Decision Science Department provide you is the logistics, global logistics and supply chain. And I don't know how many of you know that the Southern California, in particular Inland Empire, is recognized as the #1 region in logistics in the nation. And sometimes I'm calling this one is a Silicon Valley of logistics. We are living in there. Why we are calling this one as a Silicon Valley of logistics or #1 region in logistics? Because so many organizations these days moving to this area, and along with them, other university find opportunity to move in. Give you the information on Georgia Tech University, that is one of the biggest university in logistics and supply chain in the nation, decided to look for the opportunity in Southern California and make a coalition with all of the university in Inland Empire. Among those is CSUSB, which will lead that effort in developing a center of excellence in logistics in Inland Empire. So you can see that how much effort and how much focus is already attended to this region, and government already allocated allocated around $6 million in opening the center of excellence in logistics. Along with that, there will be opportunity for all of you when you graduate in that area, be able to find a good job with a high pay. And I give one information already to another meeting that I was, one of our undergraduate, not a graduate, one of our undergraduate that graduated recently with major in supply chain logistics, hired by the Walmart in operation of their e-commerce for $80,000 beginning salary, which is a huge for undergraduate. So you can see for graduate is should be much higher than that. So I hope that you look deeply, you look more precisely into the opportunity that this department provides you. And as I say, you are in the good program, MBA program, and we have opportunity for you. If you have any question in the future, please don't forget, we are in here for you. Reach us as the number that Christine already provided you at the first slide. You can always call us and we will give you the information that you need. Thank you so much. Welcome again and Happy New Year to all of you.
All right, Dr. J, I have to say I'm a little disappointed because you didn't give us your standard and customary speech on how supply chain makes the world go round. So there's nothing for our next speaker.
I afraid of Victoria's sides, you know.
I know, and here it comes.
She's sitting there. But anyhow, to tell you very quickly, all of the areas that we offer is a part of that big platform that we call them supply chain, right? To extend. Okay, thank you very much.
Absolutely. So our next speaker is Taewon Yang, Dr. Taewon Yang. We'll shift from information decisions.
Save the best for last.
And save the best for last, because we always let marketing bat clean up because there is a 2-drink minimum to that department. So Dr. Yang, let's talk about accounting and finance, please. And remember, keep it under a half an hour.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, welcome. Welcome to our great MBA program. Also, I went through the MBA. So when I joined to my own MBA in other institutions, my goal was so clear. I want to be a successful manager or leader in business society. So accounting and finance can contribute your effort to be a successful manager and leader in the future. First one, we will train you how to read key information and data in accounting and finance. Somehow, as a leader and manager, you are supposed to make very important decisions. So you're supposed to know how to read those informations. Many guys said, I do not have a blood of accounting and finance, so I do not want to see that major at all. But whether you like or not, those sticky accounting and finance will always follow you. In worst case, they will attach some of your part of your body. So I want to say is accounting will give you ability or train your ability to read how to read financial statements such as what company has, what was company's performance, what are impact of taxations, and also what is a new change of regulations. Somehow, accounting will help you understand those topics. In finance, you will learn how to manage monies. Of course, there is no perfect and complete role of you managing money. However, over courses, you will learn how to maximize company value, at the same time minimize company risk. So to handle those functions, you will be exposed to corporate finance, investment, institutional finance, and uh, portfolio management and advanced one. And so anyway, those are the key functions of accounting and finance. And at the same time, I would like to share a little bit something else. There is a changing business environment, especially in finance side. You might heard about cryptocurrency and blockchain and fintech. So those areas are growing so fast. So somehow your business might be related to those areas. So you also need to understand those topics and then advance your knowledge for your success. Thank you. That's all.
That's
By
it?
the way,
We're done?
yes,
Oh my
by the way, I forgot. I'm going to type my email address in the chat box. So if you have any question, you're welcome to contact me. Sorry, my English was broken a lot. So I hope you understand my broken part a lot. Anyway, thank you.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Dr. Yang. Happy to have you here. Last but certainly not least, this is our marketing chair, Dr. Victoria Seitz. Dr. Seitz, welcome and help us understand what goes on in the marketing department.
Oh, you didn't say take it away? Okay.
I didn't say take it away. I'm sorry. Let me do that intro one more time. And our next speaker, Dr. Victoria Seitz, please take it away, Victoria.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Bottom line. Okay. We make all the other businesses go. With the exception of entrepreneurship, of which they need us, marketing really make the world go round. Okay. You know, if we're doing our jobs and revenue is coming in, then we can hire the accountants and the finance people. And then we can hire some managers and open up branch offices. We can go to the IDS people and work with them on our supply chain as well as data analytics about how our customer is. And then we take this information and we go back and we reach out to you, the customer. So marketing is a field that works directly with the customer. And so if you're the type of person that likes to be out there and you deal with us every day, when you go to the grocery store, when you get on the internet, you know, the big area is digital marketing and what we do online and how to get the message across. We not only, a lot of people think, you know, because the Super Bowl's coming up and everybody focuses on the advertising, which is a part of marketing. They think that's all it is. No, we're more. We are your products and services. We are the pricing of those products and services. We are the promotion, the messaging, which you're very familiar with. And we're also the distribution, which includes logistics. Okay, so, you know, the world does revolve around us, but I appreciate every one of our disciplines in the College of Business, because if that is your expertise, if you want to get in logistics, go there. If you want to get into cybersecurity, go there. If you want to get into management, go there. If you want to get into accounting, go there. And if you want to be a head of an organization, like a CEO or a vice president of marketing, then you'll go the marketing route. And what will you learn? Okay, you'll learn how to strategize. We do strategic marketing planning, which every company needs to do in order to move forward. You learn about promotion. You learn about market research because we got to know you in order to better serve you. And I know that everybody gives us a really bad, rap, but really marketing is the key. Entrepreneurs can't survive without it. Okay, so if you want to take an elective and you're really into marketing and you really want to get out there and change the world, I mean, you can go into anything: healthcare, sports, entertainment, anything, retail. If you want to go into market research, all needs marketing. If you want to go into education, we need marketing. In fact, this event is a little marketing event. So this comes under the heading of marketing. So, you might say that the marketing chair is a wannabe cheerleader. Yes, I am, because marketing is that important, just as important as all these other fields. And it's very exciting. And as Stella mentioned about her team, I want you to know our team that teaches the MBA classes, they have real world experience. They're in the field, so they can communicate to you relevant information and apply what's in the book to real world. And we're also very application oriented. You do real things for real clients, like marketing plans, communication plans. We have events in our undergraduate. You might think about in our sports and entertainment, some of those classes, because they're 500 level, that you can take as elective if you're kind of excited about putting on a golf tournament or putting on a comedy show, or just learning about sports and entertainment marketing. It's all there. And in marketing, that's the thing. We make the world go round. It's not love. We created it. We show you who to love, when to show it, Valentine's Day, and what to give them: roses, jewelry, cards, all that thing. So it's very near and dear to my heart. And for me, like the rest of our team, we have real world experience, I came from retail and promotions. And so, and I'm glad to be here. And if you want to get in touch with us, I will, like everybody else, share my email. Thanks and welcome aboard. You're at the best program and at the best college there is, and at Cal State San Bernardino. Thank you, Ernie.
Thank you, Dr. Seitz. And
again,
confirm that our chairs are awesome. I have worked with them and worked for them over the last 8 years or 7 years that I've been at Cal State. We have an amazing team. They are always available and student focused. So please, 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 if you have any questions or comments at all, reach out direct to the chair. If not, reach out to MBA department. We can put you in direct connection to that. Next slide, please. I think we're shifting gears here marginally. We are. Let me introduce to you your program coordinator and advisor, Mr. DeLorean West. DeLorean, please take it away.
Thanks, Ernie. So I wanted to thank the chairs for taking time out to share all that great information with us. And now we're going to get into some of the details about your program, some of the procedures and some of the policies regarding your program. So we have 1 degree, 3 different options. I think we have students represented from all 3 different options in the orientation today. We have our traditional, which is typically on campus. So your classes will typically meet in person. And then we have our executive program. And then we have our online program, which is very similar to the executive program. But it is the online version of our executive program. And then underneath each program, you see the total amount of units that are required and the total amount of courses that are required as well. Next slide, please. These are all the MBA concentrations that we offer. If you are in the executive program, you do not choose a concentration. You will actually just pick an elective course to take as part of your program. But for those of you that are in the traditional program, these are all the concentrations that you get to choose from. 2 of the main questions I get regarding concentrations is 1, are you able to change your concentration? And the answer to that is yes. It is a simple process to do. And if you're interested in that, you can just reach out to me and I'll guide you through that process. I would suggest doing it earlier than later. That way we can get your program plan changed to the correct concentration and I can guide you into the correct courses you need to take for that concentration. The second question we get is, if I'm torn between two concentrations, can I take two concentrations? And the answer for that is yes as well. You can take two concentrations. Your program plan would reflect both concentrations on it. And then I would guide you through which courses to take for both of those concentrations. Next slide, please. This is a copy of your program plan. So if you haven't received this from me, please let me know and I will provide you with a copy of your customized program plan. If you look at the order of it, it starts with the foundation courses. We put you in those courses for your first semester. That's the admin 6010 and the admin 6020. You can take more than 2 classes your first semester if you would like to. If you're interested in which courses to take, please reach out to me, let me know, and I will guide you with that selection. You will need to self-enroll if you are interested in taking more than that. We generally advise you to take the 2 classes that we put you in your first semester, just to kind of get your feet wet in the program. And then from there on, you can take up to 5 classes. Our full-time is 2 classes. Huh?
Don't take 5.
We generally don't advise you to take 5 classes. It is quite a course load. So most of our students take between 2 and 4. 2 is full-time at our campus. So if you take just the 2 classes, you are considered a full-time student. Then we have our essential courses. There's 1 for each of the main concentration categories that we talked about. And those are offered in the fall, in the spring, and in the summer. So those are available to you in each of the semesters we offer. Underneath that, you have your accumulating courses. That is your admin 6981. That is the comp exam. And then underneath that is our portfolio class. You are eligible to take the comp exam once you have completed all of the essential courses. Then you can elect to take it. If you'd like to take it before completing your whole program, you can do that. And then underneath we have your focus area courses. So those will vary based on what your concentration is. You're required to take at least 2 of the 3. The majority, pretty much all the concentrations except for cybersecurity require you to take 3 focus area courses. Cybersecurity requires you to take 5. And then if you, as an example of the management, which is an example of pretty much all of our concentrations except for cybersecurity, you'll see at the bottom there's an open elective. So that allows you to sample from any other of the concentrations. So you can take any 5,000 or 6,000 business course as your elective course. So if you're interested in entrepreneurship or cybersecurity, any of those, you can take a sample course in that, even if you're not in that particular concentration. Next slide, please. Okay, so the boot camps.
Or a study abroad or internship. Sorry, you can take a study abroad or an internship too. Just to put that out there, but make sure that you talk to us before you do that.
Yes. So this is the boot camps. So our program does not have prerequisites. So in place of that, we have boot camps. As you can see here, there's 1 for each of the essential courses. Our recommendation is for you to take the boot camp that corresponds with the course that you're about to take. That way it's fresh in your mind. It prepares you for the concepts you're going to see in the class. One of the first questions we get from the professors when a student is not doing well is, has this student done their boot camps? And generally the answer is no. So we advise you to do the boot camps right before you take the class, especially the accounting and finance. Those tend to be some of our tougher classes. For those of you who may not have a background in business or a background in accounting or finance, we highly suggest that you do those ones. And then the ultimate deadline for the boot camps is by the end of your program. So you just want to make sure that you get those done. We realize things get busy and you may not have time to finish them before you take that particular class, but make sure you finish them before the program ends.
They're also useful to re-review when you're studying for your comp exam. Just make sure that you're keeping that information fresh. You can go back and view it at any time. So it's definitely there as a resource for you to utilize at different points, make your comp exam easier, make your classes easier, make you more successful in your program. Sorry, next slide.
This is your advancement to candidacy. So what we will do is we will provide you with your program plan, and then we will monitor it as you go through your program. When you have completed the requirements that are listed, completed the minimum 12 units, you've completed the admin 60-10 with a C or better, you've completed the admin 60-20 with a B or better, you've declared your focus concentration, and you've selected your elective course, and then you've completed the boot camps, then we will advance you to candidacy. And basically that is, you sign your program plan, I sign your program plan, your department chair signs your program plan, and that copy of the program plan goes over to the records office, so that when you are ready to graduate, you file your grad check, the records office has a copy of all the courses that you've agreed to take to receive your degree. So I will put that at the end of every semester. I do update your program plan, and I send you a progress report with any action items you need to complete. So when it's time to advance you to candidacy, I will put the instructions on how to do that in your audit that you receive from me at the end of every semester. One thing about the grades, we often get asked, what grade do I need to receive to apply the class to my program? The admin 60-10 and all the other classes besides the admin 60-20, you have to receive a C or better to consider that class towards your program. A C- or below means you need to retake the class, and you are given the opportunity to retake one class as what we call a discounted grade. That means you can retake the class, and the second attempt will then replace the first. The first attempt will still be visible on your transcript. However, after filling out the paperwork for that and retaking the class, it will no longer affect your GPA. So you get one of those to use in the program if you need to. But like I said, C or better is considered passing, but for the admin 60-20, because it is our graduate writing requirement, you must get a B or better in order for that to be considered. If you get a B- or below, you will have to retake the class and then have that grade applied to your program. Next slide, please. Okay, these are all the different waivers and forms that we use in the program. So I'm not going to go over all of them, but some of the more important ones are a leave of absence. So we realize things get busy, life gets hectic, and you may need to take a break from the program. So the campus allows you to take up to 6 consecutive semesters off as a leave of absence. There's a form you would fill out, and that would allow you to take a break from the program, and it would maintain your status in the program. Graduate students are required to maintain continual enrollment in the fall and in the spring. Winter intersession is considered optional, so you do not have to attend if you do not want to, and summer is considered optional as well. So you must attend though in the fall, in the spring, or have a leave of absence on file, or else the campus will discontinue you for broken enrollment. So if you do need a leave of absence, please reach out to us and we'll help you fill that out. Was there any forms you wanted to go over, Kirsten?
I want to point out that for the online students, if you choose to not enroll in winter and spring and summer, though they're not required, there probably will be paperwork that we will ask you to fill out. Ashley Mariana will ask you to fill out that leave of absence just so we can keep track of that. And you will not finish your program in the 18 months. So that's something else to keep in mind, that if you choose to go off of that 18-month program, specifically for online students, again, off of that program plan that DeLorean provides to you with those listed courses, you will not finish in the 18 months. So that's something to keep in mind. Ask us a question. You know, we're here obviously to help you with all of that stuff. DeLorean makes himself very available for advising appointments, and he can give you excellent information and advice regarding going on or off of that track.
Okay, I'm going to touch on real quick probation and dismissal. So we know you're all good students. So we know you're all good students, and we know none of you will be meeting with myself or Ernie regarding probations or dismissals. But one thing to keep in mind is graduate students are required to maintain a 3.0 cumulative GPA in order to receive their degree. So you want to make sure that you're maintaining, and that's a B average. So you want to make sure that you are getting Bs or better in your classes to maintain that average. If for some reason your GPA drops below that, then the Graduate Studies Office will put you on probation for that particular term. And then after you're able to pull your grade up, then they will remove the probation status for the term in which you're able to pull your GPA up. I will also keep track of the students that are on probation. And if you remain on probation for a certain amount of consecutive terms, it is possible to be dismissed from the program. So we give you many opportunities to pull your grade up. We work with you, we meet with you, Ernie and I counsel you on how to maintain that 3.0 GPA, but that's something you'll want to keep in mind.
Can I jump in here for a sec, please?
Yes, sir.
Our primary desire is your success, but I cannot emphasize enough, this program can be amazingly flexible if you communicate. So you're all adults. The majority, if not all, are working adults. Shift happens, and the sooner you let us in to what's going on, the better it works for you. You can't have a personal disaster blow up your program plan, then come back and say, oh, geez, can you fix it? That doesn't work. But if you let us know that there's a situation, let your instructors know you have a situation, communicate early and often. Again, we want to kill lizards before they become dragons. We are amazingly flexible because our goal is your success. So please remember, if you have a question about anything, don't hesitate. Ask the question. All of the MBA staff, all of your professors are available. Ask the questions. We want to be flexible. Your success is our desire. Okay. So enough of that dismissal and probation stuff. Let's move along to something happy.
Next slide, please. All right, and now I'm going to turn it over to Kirsten.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so besides letting you join us into, doing your acceptances and all of that stuff, helping you with your applications, I also run all of our fun stuff. So I want to make sure that you are getting as much growth inside the classroom as you are outside the classroom. That is also something that we are all passionate about here. We want you to grow professionally as well as academically in our program. So we try and provide you opportunities to do that. We try and provide you opportunities to be successful. So we do that through a bunch of different events. Typically, we would be doing orientation in person. That is not the case right now, sadly.
We would have food.
We would have yummy snacks and I would be there to greet you or be coffee, but there's none of that right now. But safety first. So when we do transition back to campus, we are hoping to bring back all of our in-person events. Like we have a business brunch where we have alumni come in with curated table topic experiences. We have a really fun networking event at the beginning of the year. And then we have a student awards and alumni mixer at the end of the year. So we're hoping that all of those will be coming back. Supplementally, right now we do orientation. DeLauren does 2 solid weeks of advising right before classes start. So that's really important to take advantage of that time. Check your student email. He will send you a link that you can just get an appointment right there, really easy. If he gets backed up, you might get me. Hopefully I won't screw it up too much to learn. We also do a really cool thing, our Mba Passport. So some of you might have heard me mention it during your interview. It is a leadership development program. So we are trying to make sure that you are getting comfortable with being a little uncomfortable. That's basically trying to make sure that our learning goals are being highlighted and really implemented into you, working on your soft skills, working on your networking, getting you engaged and involved, and really working on, if you want to do, get really into cyber stuff, we have a club for you. We have events for you to attend. And if you participate in 7 pre-approved events or outside events, which you guys can definitely ask me about, you can get a medal and a commendation from the dean and the college for being awesome. I also run an alumni speaker series. So each month that our classes are in session, we have an alumni come in and speak about a topic. So either what they're doing, a field that they're an expert in, or going somewhere differently. Previously, I've had learning about getting a PhD after, your grad school. I've had people talking about current IT practices. There's all kinds of things. We have one coming up that he's going to be talking about being an IT project manager. So there's so many cool things that we're doing. And there's lots of stuff we do every Friday. I designate 2 hours to you guys, open time. So I sit there in a Zoom answering my email board because no one wants to come talk to me, but you can come ask me questions. I have been a student with CSUSB for a very long time. I am finishing up my last semester of my MBA. So hopefully I won't be a student any longer very soon. But I have a lot of tips and tricks to kind of get you going. If you haven't been a CSUSB student before, if you're curious, if you haven't been in school for a long time, if you want to learn how to navigate certain things, come talk to me. There is a resource for you. We also have our student ambassador program. So those are students that we consider the best of the best and want to give back, right? So students that are highly engaged and involved on different campus activities or engaged in their jobs or in their field, we have them come and be a resource for you, either for individual mentorship or assistance with events, or just kind of being your resource in the classroom too. So if there's a student ambassador in your class and you're maybe uncomfortable coming and talking to me or to DeLorean or to Ernie, which you shouldn't be, but I understand sometimes you don't want to, you want a little bit of, anonymous nature going on. I get it. But you can talk to them. They come to me, right? They are your resource in the classroom. They tell me what's good, what's going on. So you can talk to them. It's definitely a very cool program. I send out invitations typically at the beginning of fall. If I have spots, I do it again in spring. So if you're interested in getting involved, getting engaged, maybe getting a little extra PDF money, getting a little bit extra attention from us in the office, it's definitely something that you should look into or ask me questions about. The last thing that we're doing right now is our MBA service team. So typically what we'll do is we will have a group of everyone join together in a team and get a certain amount of hours, and the university will give us recognition. They are not doing this this academic year because of COVID and some decreased opportunities to be able to give back, right? But that's not something that I accept or am okay with. So we are definitely looking for opportunities to give back. We will send out an information email that is run by myself and Cassandra Adams, an MBA alumni. She still works on campus in the Cybersecurity Center. So we will be sending information out to you if you're interested in coming and attending a meeting about doing some individual stuff or getting recognition for any service that you're doing now. We definitely want to make sure that you are getting encouraged and engaged, and it's another opportunity to network. It's another opportunity to develop yourself and to give back at the same time. So there's so much stuff that we have to do, so much stuff that the university has to do. If you want to do something and you see a need, talk to me. I'm ready to start something new. I have time. I can make time. I have more time, right, Ernie?
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Next slide, please.
No time.
I have time. I'll make the time. So just to go a little more in depth into that ambassador stuff, they're highly visible. You are out there. You are putting yourself out there. We showcase you. These are some of our previous ambassadors. They really get engaged. They get out there. They get involved in things. I send you to things. You become an extension of us, right? So I want you to be a high quality person. I want you to be out there representing us. And I'm proud of you. You're out there. You're shouting from the rooftop how great we are, right? You get more networking opportunities. You get more resources. You get professional
Cool
development
swag.
events. It's just cool swag.
Cool swag.
I hook you up.
MBA has the most awesome swag on campus.
Yes, we do. I work very hard to make sure that we have the most awesome swag.
Mm.
So it is, you become, and I want you to look on, on it all the time. Like that's why you get the best stuff because you're out there representing us. You're out there telling everyone how great we are. So we need you to look on point all the time. So definitely keep an eye out for that if that's something that you want to do. Next slide, please. That's our service team goes typically from May to May. That is when the university was doing their team awards. At this time, they are doing individual awards. Again, we will be having an information meeting about that in a couple weeks. So definitely keep an eye out for that email from myself or Cassandra Adams asking you to come and join us to get more information about that. Next slide, please. There is so much stuff to do on campus, even though we're not there. There are so many services that are available to you, right? I tried to talk about a lot of them during your interview. This is the time to kind of mull it over and think, what do I want to do? What do I need help with? Where do I want to go? You know, let us see if there is something that can help you get there, right? There is so much. The Rec and Wellness Center is not open right now, unfortunately. You cannot go to the gym on campus, but it is amazing. And you pay for it in your student fee. So when we go back, make sure to take advantage of that. If you have a break between classes, go get some, frustration out and then go back to class. There's counseling services. There's a cool art museum. There is a career center that can help you with interview skills and resume stuff. And they put on LinkedIn workshops. They put on all kinds of workshops to help you be a better professional, right? You can work as a graduate assistant, working for a professor or a center on campus, getting experience doing what you want to do. You can go on a study abroad. As you can see, there's so much stuff here. I could spend 3 hours probably just talking about that. If there's something you want to do, send me an email. I can point you in the right direction. Okay, next slide, please. We have social media. Sometimes we'll give free things away with social media. So it's definitely something that you want to look at, subscribe to, like us. You can see when our events are coming up. You can see when Jeffrey and I are giving away free things to you. So definitely make sure to take advantage of that and to subscribe to us on all of those. Next slide, please. There's some useful apps that you can download. You can download the CSUSB mobile. There's a rec center one. There's the international studies one. You can get a virtual tour of the campus app. Definitely download Zoom on your phone. Download the Blackboard app for your classes. Don't submit your homework through the Blackboard app on your phone. It's not good. It doesn't come across well on your phone, but you can use it to check and see if there's something due, if a grade has been posted. All of those different things, right? We have a lot of apps that are there to help make your journey easier and more successful, especially now that we're virtual for spring. Next slide, please. So definitely make sure to kind of use our resources, which is our website. Our website is there for you to use to get access to those forms if you need to do a leave of absence, to see if we have stuff that's coming up, to check on your comp exam questions, which is super important that you start doing now. If one thing you take away from this, download those questions, build your study guide now, start thinking about your comp exam now. Don't wait 2 years or 3 years to start studying for your comp exam. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Download those questions now. Start working on your study guide now. Start building your network of students that are working on it with you now, because those questions are probably built by the professors that are teaching your class. So your accounting professor probably had something to do with those accounting questions for your comp exam. Use them as a resource. Use your boot camps as a resource. It's so important to start doing that now. And all of that is on our website. You can also find links for all of the departments, for Dr. Stull, for Dr. Seitz, for Dr. Yang, for Dr. Barsande. You need to make sure that you are using that, right? I'm working on it, making sure that our events are uploaded. Our student ambassador information is up there. If you have a question, you can read their bios, see what they're doing. If you're interested in doing a CPA, I have a student that's studying for her CPA exam. Talk to her, right? There's so much stuff that's out there that's available on our website. It's a super useful guide for you. Next slide, please. Questions? we're done. You can stop listening to me talk now. Please feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question if you'd like, or you can ask a question in the chat if you want. I'm sure that we covered a lot of information. So I am here to answer. DeLorean is here. Ernie is here to answer all of your questions.
Let me jump in, and just while we're getting brave and somebody's going to step out and ask an amazing question, let me go back and invite you all to connect with us on LinkedIn, the MBA LinkedIn page. Also individually connect with me personally on LinkedIn, or professionally, if you will. The reason why you might be interested is I am constantly in contact with recruiters and companies who are posting job positions. And if you happen to be looking for something, I may post something that's of interest to you. You want to be connected. I also throw it up on the MBA LinkedIn page too. So please reach out and connect with us on LinkedIn. Secondly, please join or subscribe to our MBA YouTube channel. We post up our speaker series on the YouTube channel. This review or orientation will be posted up on YouTube channel. All of these things are resources to you. Also, shameless plug alert, I do a podcast called Silver's Connection on the MBA YouTube channel. It is awesome. It is amazing, and you need to go check it out. So that's MBA space CSUSB on YouTube. Come check us out. Please subscribe. Jeffrey gets extra peanuts if he gets 100 subscribers. So he's working really hard to do that. So help Jeffrey. Okay. Questions? No questions.
About your comp exam, questions about your boot camps, your passport, anything. I'm here for it. Ask me questions. Has no one had 8 shots of espresso like me? Yeah.
Quick question. For the passport, their approved events, I've already seen emails for them. All we have to do is 7 of them, and then we get like a medal. Do we have to apply for the medal, or is it automatically applied to your transcripts, or how does that work?
So it's an excellent question. So it's not a university recognized thing, but it is something that our program does put out for you guys, right? I have grown it from the first year to now we're in our 5th, 6th year. And I had to grow it so much that I had to put a second level in there. But it's a minimum of 7 events in an academic year. So we will start again in the fall. You do submit those events through a Qualtrics survey. So that is also available in the passport. It is also available in your MBA Student Success portal. And I will send out an update to you guys tomorrow with that PDF of the passport so that you have access to all of those things. But what you'll do is you'll need to make sure that you're getting some kind of proof that you went to the event. A screenshot of you in it, right? Or a receipt, or if it's an in-person event, like a picture of you at check-in, or a confirmation email that you went. Something like that will be downloaded into that Qualtrics. And then I go through, Jeffrey goes through, we go through and we verify that you actually did those events. And then we send out that stuff to you. I mail it to you right now. Typically, we would do it in person. Or if it's an online student and you're unable to come to our student awards when we're having those, I do mail all of those items to you, or I can give it to you at graduation if I see your lovely smiling face at graduation. So that's all available to you online. Information again is on our website and it's in your MBA Student Success portal. So make sure that you're checking those for that stuff. If you forget the link or you can't find it or something, you can email me and I can provide it to you.
Absolutely.
Did that help? Was that good?
Yeah, thank you.
Also, you can do events that are not approved, right? You do need to talk to me about it first. So you need to send me an email. There are instructions in your passport how to do that. Send me an email, event details, how it meets one of our learning goals. And I say, yeah, go for it, do it. Because I want you to be looking for opportunities to grow yourself. I want you to be out there engaging and growing your network and growing your skills. So I'm very loose a lot of times with my approvals, as long as you're going out there and making sure that you're really improving yourself. I had a student that emailed me. He's like, I'm putting together an event for our company and it's going to be for 1,500 people. Is that approved? And I said, yes, it is. because that's a huge deal, right? Putting together, but it doesn't have to be something giant like that. It can be a training that you're hosting. It can be a work conference. It could be some kind of conference for a skill. It can be an outside learning opportunity, like doing some certification or something like that. So there's so many things that you can do. If you have a question about it, send me an email. If you want to come to my office hours on Fridays, come and ask, right? I'm there for you to use to kind of get an idea of how to do that. And we want you to do that. We want you to grow outside of the classroom. Anything else? The comp exam lives, the questions are available on our website. So in the student life section, you should see a comp exam link, and they will be downloadable, either Word documents or PDF forms. There will be, each one will have a separate area. So there'll be one for accounting, one for finance. Each comp exam is going to have 7 questions. And so you'll have to be able to answer a minimum of 4, I believe, to pass. But you can also get a high pass on there if you do excellent on them. So download those, get familiar with them, start working on them now. I cannot stress that enough. It's just going to make it so much easier, because if you try and go back and study things from 3 years ago, it's going to be real hard if you're just trying to go at it full steam ahead while you're also taking other classes and, you know, your life going on and stuff like that. But if you have your resources all set up for you, it's going to make your life so much easier starting studying now. Anything else? Did I miss anything in the chat?
I don't think so.
Okay. Casey, they are in the passport. I have it listed in the passport. And again, that's listed in your MBA student success portal, and I will send them out to everyone. Anything else? Orientation also counts for your passport. Just saying. Take a screenshot. Hi.
There was a question.
So anything else? No one has any other questions? That's it, really?
There's a question I don't quite understand. Maybe you can help. A student asking about a new I-20.
I-20, you need to talk to the International Admissions Department. I can send you an email. Shoot me an email, and I will get you in contact with who you need to talk to about an I-20.
Perfect.
Anything else?
I have another question. Are there any opportunities for people that currently work within the government to advance their career or possibly network? Or is it more of just opportunities as they come? Or do you guys kind of have career guidance where someone wants to grow within an organization?
It depends on what organization. Sometimes I have students and alumni that I could get you in contact with depending on what organization it is. But there are different like career fairs that are going on all the time. And it depends on what your field is, where you're working, how you're working there. But generally, either Ernie or I can give you advice about how to grow within your organization. Like, talk to your boss, tell them you want to move forward, right? If your work is having some kind of event or program to kind of get you involved more, that's why the passport is important. It's trying to get you out there looking for opportunities within your own field, within your own company, as well as stuff that the university has to offer. So you can make an appointment with myself or with Ernie if you have any questions about like where to start for stuff like that, definitely.
Thank you.
Are you a government worker currently, George?
Yeah, that's why I ask. And
What do
with
you
the
do specifically? Can I ask? Is it a secret? Do you have to shoot me?
No, I can share. I work in IT
Okay.
over there. So, but it's more entry-level IT. And the way the government works is you kind of have to apply to move up. So I was just curious if possibly you guys already have the connections or already have, since you guys have a good, I guess, program with the DoD. I don't know if there's like a better benefit to move up or how to progress in my career.
I can get him in contact with Cassandra over in the cybersecurity
Yeah,
center.
yeah, I would take them that
So
way.
yeah, so send me an email, and I'll make a connection for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Anything else?
I have a question
Okay,
about
this
the boot camp coursework. Are those loaded in Blackboard already? Because I logged in and I see
Yeah.
that my courses are open and that the coursework is already available. So I already looked at all that, but I did not see the boot camp courses or that coursework that we're supposed to be looking at as a preview. I don't see where to navigate to find that because I looked for it and I don't know if I'm missing it or I just couldn't find it.
It's located in your MBA Student Success Portal.
Oh,
So
okay.
that is, it's in there. And what I can do is let me get it open and I can screen share and everyone can kind of see
That
where
was
it is.
great.
Okay, so this is what it's, well, my screen, it's only half of a thing right now. So this is what it's gonna look like for you when you log into your Blackboard. So I have been a student here again for a long time, so you'll see a lot under my courses. So you will log into your My Coyote, you'll navigate to your Blackboard button, and then you will click onto, if you're an online student, you will go into the MBA Online Student Success Portal, because that's the only one that will be there for you. And if you are a stateside student, either in traditional or executive on campus, this is what yours is going to look like. So they pretty much mirror each other. There's just some different information in the online because it's more relevant to the online students. So let me turn my edit mode off so you can see what it'll look like. This is what it'll look like when you click on it. And here is your navigation bar over here on the left-hand side. And this, click on the boot camp, and these are it. You click into this, and then you'll be able to find all of your information here. So you'll be able to get the syllabus, you'll be able to do all the modules, look at everything that you need to look at. If you have questions about your boot camp, if something isn't working right, your first point of contact should be Melissa Farley. Her information is listed in the welcome page. If you have questions, you can always email DeLauren or I, and we can look into it really quick. Obviously, I have access to these things. If it is not there for you right now, it should be. Send me an email, I will get you enrolled, and it's basically instantaneous. So we want to make sure that you're getting access to that because, again, orientation will be posted up there. Your passport stuff will be posted in there. Comp exam information is posted in there. All of those really, really, really important things are going to be there for you. So we want to make sure that you're getting familiar with utilizing that. If you're having an issue with it, let us know. Excellent question. Thank you for that. Anyone else?
Kirsten, sorry.
There's a question about the graduate writing requirement. Is this an exam? Of course. So the graduate writing requirement is just a requirement that the university has. That is fulfilled by that admin 60/20 course. So that's why it requires a B or better. You take that class, you pass it. There's no extra form that you have to fill out. There's no extra exam or anything like that. You take that class and you're good, as long as you pass it with a B. Okay. Anything else? I know I interrupted someone.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So I know earlier DeLauren did mention that we are able to do a double concentration in a sense. So if I were to pick two different concentrations, is that going to shorten the amount of classes that I'd be taking within one so I can complete two programs in a sense? Or I'm taking the full amount of concentration classes per each one?
Yeah,
Okay.
but you'll take 3 concentration courses for each one, unless you choose cyber. Then cyber has 5 concentration courses. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just because I know you did mention earlier, Kirsten, that you are taking 5 classes and you didn't recommend it per semester.
Oh no, I'm not taking 5 classes.
Oh, okay. I thought
like
you
to
said
sleep
you were.
at some point. I'm not taking 5 classes.
Okay.
It's not something I recommend for anyone ever.
What would you recommend though? Like, if I wanted to, it is said that we can finish it in 2 years if I want to do it a lot quicker in a sense? What would you recommend? Obviously taking probably the intersession summer and winter, but about maybe 3-4 classes each term.
So
Is there a reason you want
that
to
is
get it done
something
in a
you
hurry?
I have time, right? I have time. That's why I just, you know.
I'm a quality over quantity guy,
Okay.
and speed usually isn't quality.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm with you on that.
You can, but here's my little sermon on this. I want you to enjoy your MBA experience. Like I said, you guys are adults. You're mostly working adults.
Mhm.
If you follow your program plan as given to you by DeLorean, you will finish on time. Yes, you can accelerate it, but you have to also consider what kind of an additional load does that put on you. And remember, you still have to maintain a life, right?
Yeah.
If you have family, if you have job, you have to maintain your life. So don't train wreck your life to accelerate your degree, right? Because
Right.
you'll get through the program, but I want you to get from the program, not through the program. I want you to get the materials. I want you to challenge the courses. I want you to learn something. I want you to walk away going, wow, that experience changed my life. Not, holy crap, I didn't learn a damn thing because I got through it in a hurry, you know? So
Yeah, no, understandable.
yeah,
I
so
appreciate that.
just be smart about it. You make your own choices, of course.
Yeah.
But just be smart about it and get from the program, not just through it.
Oh yeah, understandable. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
To give you a
number
ballpark.
one regret. Sorry, me first.
Go
The number one regret I hear from alumni that did a compressed program or did it really fast, overloading on courses, they regret it, hands down. I
Okay.
have never heard someone say, I was so glad that I took 20 classes in a year. Never once have I heard someone say that. They wish they spent more time. They wish that they really delved deeper into the concepts, because when you take that amount of classes at a time, you are studying for survival,
Yeah.
because you have to maintain a 3.0 or you
Right.
don't get your diploma. It doesn't matter what, if it's 2.9999, you're not getting your diploma.
Mhm.
So it's something that you need to make sure that you take very seriously. If you are going to do something faster because work is requiring you to do it faster, they give you a certain amount of time off to do it. Talk to DeLorean. You have to make sure that you're managing your time really strictly. But you can do 3 classes at a time pretty easily. You can take summer classes. Summer classes is a really good way to kind of get things done a little bit faster if that's really what you want, right? Because there are 2 sessions in summer, and you can take, for on-campus students, there are 2 sessions in summer, and you can take 2 classes each time and kind of knock out some extra stuff if that's what you're choosing.
Okay.
Especially with a dual concentration, it's a good way to kind of knock out some of the essentials courses during the summer, build in those summer classes, right? If they're offering anything in winter intercession, maybe take one of those as well. Though I'm not going to really recommend that because they're like 3 weeks long for on-campus students.
They're crazy.
And it's pretty insane. And what they've only offered so far has been accounting, and it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
So
I did that for my undergrad. I took a finance class here at Cal State as well on a 6-week. Yeah, it wasn't the best. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
and that's why I'm saying 3 weeks is not,
Yeah,
and like I said, if you really want to get done faster, you need to make sure that you're working very closely with DeLorean. That goes for anyone. If you want to if there is something that is going on in your life, you have to be done by a certain date, you need to be attending advising. Because if we don't hear from you from now on, right? If you come to me and I'm like, who are you? I don't know who you are. And you're like, well, I'm supposed to graduate. And you're like, well, it's not going to happen. I never saw you once. You haven't met this requirement. You haven't done this. We're not even offering that class. There's going to be an issue, right? So that's why we want you to be comfortable with coming to us, because we are here to make you have the best experience possible.
If you get too crazy, you get to meet Mr. Director personally. Just saying.
Yeah.
I have the opposite question. Do you have to take 2 courses can you just survive with 1 class every term, every semester?
You just have to be finished with your coursework within 7 years.
What happens if
if
you take a leave of absence? Does that add to the 7 years, or 7 years?
No. 7 years, because at that time, your stuff needs to be recertified. So we can't guarantee the education at that time. It could be a completely different program.
Okay.
So there is stuff that is going to be an issue at that time. DeLauren can talk about that more, but it's not something that we recommend. There's really no need to take more than 7 years, especially if you're doing even a traditional concentration. If you're doing one class at a time, that's 2 per year. You're done in 6 years. There's no
Okay,
need.
that's good enough to know. That's what I need to know. Thank you.
Question in the box is, are there summer classes for online? I think online goes forever and ever in perpetuity.
I'll take that one. So the online executive program is considered an accelerated program. So when you receive your program plan from me, you will see that you will take classes during summer. You'll take 2 classes during summer, and you will take 2 classes during the winter intersession. You can opt out of taking winter intersession and summer if you choose not to. It will extend the timeline of your program, but that is an option for you. For the traditional program, like Kirsten was saying, we typically don't schedule any traditional classes over the winter intersession, and summer is considered optional, but you can take up to 2 classes per summer session for a total of 4 over the entire summer.
Let me stress reading your program plan. All of you have a copy of your program. Please read your program plan. Please understand that we try to be as flexible as possible with you on your program plan, but any change you make does impact your program plan. Okay, and you do have to complete the entire plan. You do have some flexibility, but if you change something, it impacts the program plan. Okay, just know that. We work with you best that we possibly can, but sometimes students make changes and then get upset because they're not going to graduate on time, not realizing that what they did protracted their grad date. So we're flexible with you. Communicate with us early and often. Know your program plan. Check in with DeLauren. You should know him by. And by the way, take a look at DeLauren West. Know him. He's an awesome individual. I get students in my classes that say, I've never met my coordinator. Well, meet DeLauren West. There he is on screen and live in front of you. He is your key to all things called program while you're here at Jack Brown College. So all of us are accessible. Again, reach out anytime.
And your student email is going to have a lot of stuff that goes through it. If you want to make sure that you set up an alert for something that comes from DeLauren or myself or from MBA, that's going to probably be a really good idea, because you are going to get a lot of stuff to your student email. I know, because my student email is still active. So we want to make sure that you're getting that important information. You're getting that updated program plan, that audit email from DeLauren, because it's going to have action items on it. Like you said, advancing you to Candidacy, doing your grad check. You know, if there's something, if we see maybe there's a dip in your GPA, or if you're only taking accounting classes and you're an entrepreneurship concentration, we're going to let you know that there's an issue, and you need to make sure that you're addressing that with us, because again, we want to help you graduate in a timely manner. We want to help you graduate with the best experience possible. You're right, Irv. DeLauren is the best. He's way nicer than I am. I'm just saying, he's way nicer than me. So definitely
is.
One tip I'll give you when looking at your program plan and creating your schedule is, so the essential courses, we offer those in the fall, we offer those in the spring, and we offer those in the summertime. All of the essential courses are offered during those 3 terms. Whereas your focus area courses, those are typically only going to be offered in the fall or in the spring, just once per academic year. So when you're planning out your schedule, and you've completed your prerequisite for your focus area courses, I recommend looking for those focus area courses first and enrolling in those. And then if you have spots left in your schedule, then go ahead and backfill those with available essential courses. That way you will not miss those focus area courses as they come up and have to wait until they come around again. And that's something I keep track of. So I look at your program plans, I update them, I look and see what you're enrolled in, and then I'll include my suggestions in the audit if I think you should maybe consider taking this particular focus area course, because it's not going to come around again till next academic year. So I keep tabs on you. I keep you updated and let you know. But please reach out to me. I do scheduling on a need basis throughout the whole academic year through the summer. So if you do need to schedule an appointment with me, please just send me an email and I'll send you some appointment time slots and you can pick one that works for you.
Absolutely.
The one thing I do want to mention is that is different from the online program. So our online classes are offered in a carousel. So we are offering them in a set schedule that repeats itself to make sure that we are getting those students graduated in 18 months. So it's a cohort-based program. It is going to get you out in the time. If you don't want to do that in 18 months, just tell us, right? We're fine with it. DeLauren will make a note on your program plan and we'll advise you according to that. But if you go off of your program plan, we can't guarantee the 18 months. You may have a forced leave of absence. There's all these things. That's why it's important to have communication with us. Anything else from anyone?
We're going to finish
Yes.
up time.
Class
Mr.
does
Pierce, you have
start
a
Monday.
question?
Yes, sir. Yes. My apologies. I would just now having a chance to be on the call, on this Zoom call. How can I get a copy of the orientation from start to finish so I can, review it right upon completing this session? I'll start over. Thanks again, Kirsten, for setting me up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Our previous, so our fall orientation is available on our YouTube. So you can definitely go look at that. That will be something that you can go view right now. I most likely will not upload it tonight.
Okay. All right. No problem.
The spring one. So I will probably upload this orientation tomorrow, but definitely look at the fall one. It's a lot of the same information, very similar to what we talked about tonight. And then Roger, you're going to want to make sure that you're in communication with DeLauren and I so that we can get you enrolled in your classes. Anyone else is not enrolled in classes at this time, we are in prepayment. So you will need to make sure that your fees are paid, and then you send DeLauren an email that your fees are paid, and then we will get you enrolled in your classes as soon as possible. That is DeLauren and I's first priority right now, is making sure that you guys are enrolled in your classes. But we can't do that until you pay your fees at this time. So go in and make sure that you're looking at that, because once we get you enrolled in your classes, you'll be able to see all your information, when they're being offered, how they're being offered. You'll get enrolled into the Blackboard sections of the class and everything. We want to make sure that you're there and ready to go for Monday. I know that for my classes, my professor had something due last night, and my class doesn't start till Saturday. So I got to do homework early. That was fun.
Wow.
But for the most, and I think that's just because it's my project class, so I'm good. We're good. I did my homework. But that's just why I want to make sure that you're getting enrolled on time, you're doing all of those things, because sometimes there is going to be stuff like that. So let us know, especially anyone that has not been enrolled. Again, you can send DeLauren and I an email, and we'll make sure that that is our first priority right now, is getting you guys enrolled and for classes for Monday. Anything else? I don't think I missed any questions in the chat.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Yes, so I received the email regarding paying upfront for the 2 classes for the first quarters. So I received financial aid, which is student loan. I accepted already yesterday, and I was going to see if I can pay with the student loan, but is not in the option as a payment. So should I pay upfront myself, or how does
there might be something that's going on. You might not have fully accepted everything. Let's chat tomorrow about it. I have some information from financial aid about the steps that you're supposed to walk through for all of it, but it's buried in my email right now. So shoot me an email, and we can definitely, we can have a quick phone call or a quick Zoom about doing that, and make sure that that's taken care of right now. If anything, sometimes what has to happen is you have to put it on your credit card and wait for your loans to come through, and then use your loans to pay off your credit card. I've seen that happen. But for the most part, we want to kind of avoid that for you guys. So especially for the online stuff, it moves a little bit faster and a little bit different. If you're an online student, you can talk to Nicolette Casino. She is your financially contact, her contact information is listed in your acceptance email. She's specifically for online students. Other than that, shoot me an email, and I can get you in contact with the financially department really easily.
Yeah, I just did. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. And so there is not classes for you guys starting Saturday, though I do recommend you log into your Blackboard and look at your classes, download your syllabus, get your books ready to go, do all of that stuff, right? Classes for our on-campus students start Monday at 7 o'clock. And so there should be all your Zoom information will be in those classes, your syllabus will be in there. So make sure that you're looking at that. And it's the same thing for the online students, I believe, but go check, because you might run into a weird situation where your professor wants you to upload a bio or something, right? Or provide a resume so they can group you or something like that. So make sure that you're looking for that stuff now. If you can't see that stuff now, that's something that we need to address. Anything else? No? So we are officially done. If you want to leave, you're more than you're more than welcome to. Thank you for sticking with us and making sure that you're well informed. We want you to be well informed. Again, we went over a ton of information. If you have questions, feel free to shoot DeLauren and I an email, right? Most of the time now, I'm going to shoot you to DeLauren if it's something academically, because I want you to get used to going to him. I know that I'm probably the first person you've loved at CSUSB, and I completely understand it, and I'm okay with it. But I want to make sure that you have a really good relationship with your academic advisor and program coordinator, because DeLauren is amazing. So he will take care of you. And I trust him fully to hand you over my little MBA children. So definitely take advantage of that. Where do we get our textbooks? Let's see. I'm going to hit stop record. Okay, so